Hi everyone! Good day! I am Princess, or you can call me Peppai, and I will be your rapporteur for today. After a long quarter of tackling about poems, literary devices, and the likes, we are finally diving into the vast realm of drama. So my topic is under dramatic techniques and devices, and I assume that the previous reporter before me have already discussed about dramatic techniques. So with that said, my topic is going to be all about dramatic devices. So for you to be fully immersed in learning about our topic for today, let me hand you over to Voiceover Peppai. Let's go! So let us open our theater curtains and let us dive into the intricacies of dramatic devices. So I'm sure most of us are familiar with what a play is. Basically, a play is a reenactment of a written story on stage. So when a written play is performed on stage, intertextuality happens. So what do we know about intertextuality? Intertextuality, as defined on the book, means the complex interrelationship between a text and other texts taken as basic to the creation or interpretation of the text. So a play therefore becomes intertextual when its written form is transformed into its performative form, wherein added artistic aspects are borrowed and utilized for its creation to make the written word come alive on stage. So this basically means that the play is no longer just words on paper. It is intertextual because it's borrowing artistic expressions influenced by different sources, which is what we will be tackling for today. It is all about technical elements and performance elements. So first, let us talk about the technical elements. So technical elements basically refer to the visual and physical aspects of staging a play. So these elements basically shape how the audience sees and experiences the theater or the play that is being performed by the actors and actresses on stage. So let us first tackle one of the crucial elements and technical elements of a play, scenery. So this is basically how the setting looks like. Otherwise known as set, this is where a certain scene happens. So here is an example of a scenery. We can see here a play, Disney's play on Frozen. So you can really see that the background, the scenery is very much like the movie itself, the castle or the palace in Arendelle. So they really put much effort in the scenery to make the viewers or the people watching the play feel like they are really in Arendelle. They are really inside the castle where the coronation of Elsa is being held. So if there are multiple scenes, the set also changes fitting into the scene's setting. So if there are numerous scenes, the set or scenery could also change according to the number of scenes. Either the backdrop is changed or elements on the stage are removed or replaced. This is actually the reason for why a theater has long red curtains. I'm sure we've seen that, right? Either in movies or in person. We've seen in theatrical settings, they always have these long red curtains that open and close from time to time. So these curtains are drawn so that the audiences will not see how the sceneries are changed on set. Now let us move on to props. So props is actually a shortened term for property. So it refers to movable elements on stage which are a part of the set. So this could be as big as a table, chair, or bed, or it could also be as small as a cigarette, a hat, or a flower. So props are basically a part of the set. So for instance, we have here a Romeo and Juliet play. So as you can see, they have all sorts of props. They have candles, they have a little slanted bed, and the characters all have their own props. One even has a crown there. I assume that is Juliet. And the other has a hat. So those are examples of props. Now let us move on to costume and makeup. First, let us tackle costume. So costumes are basically the clothes that actors wear on stage, dressed as the character they are portraying. So the characters on stage, of course, they dress up according to their specific specifications. If the role of one is to become Elsa, then he or she is dressed up as Elsa. Now let us move on to makeup. So makeup is not actually only limited to beauty products, but it also includes special makeup with major effects. For example, one is to play the role of Voldemort in Harry Potter. So the job of the makeup is to make the nose of the actor disappear because, as we all know, Voldemort does not have a nose. So that is what makeup in theater plays pertain to. So ultimately, costume and makeup are small, yet also very crucial details that one must pay attention to when doing theatrical plays. Next, let us move on to lights and sound. So lights and sound are crucial in setting the mood of the scene. It's crucial in helping to set the mood, time, and atmosphere of the play. So these are very helpful and needed to create a sense of time, space, and era in the play. So for example, a dim light with eerie music can create a suspenseful scene in the play. Sounds of raindrops and a sad violin music could help set the sad tone of a certain play. So now that we have tackled all about the technical elements, let us move further to the performance elements. The performance elements, as the name may suggest, involves the acting and movement of the performers on stage. So first, we have here acting. So acting is the bringing of characters and the story to life performed by actors. So this pertains to how an actor expresses emotions, gestures, and dialogue to bring the character he or she is playing as to life. So in acting, an actor uses his or her whole body to perform, including the facial expressions, bodily gestures, and voice projection. Next, we have the cast. So in theater, the actors performing the major roles are part of the cast. So this usually includes the protagonist, antagonist, and the secondary characters. Next, we have the ensemble. How do you pronounce that? Wait, let me search. Ensemble. Okay, so according to Merriam-Webster, it's pronounced as ensemble. So the ensemble basically includes the actors who are performing minor roles. So if the cast are known as the actors who are performing major roles, the ensemble basically includes those who are performing minor roles. So the actors who are ensembles are usually supporting actors who play small roles or even multiple characters because they are not easily recognizable as the ones a part of the cast. Next, we have staging. So staging basically pertains to certain movements that create patterns in the play, in a way enhancing the meanings or the themes of the story. For example, staging could refer to how actors enter or exit the stage and where they do these actions. So to put it simply, staging is basically how actors move on stage, including the entrances, the exits, and placements that ultimately enhance the story. Next, we have blocking. So blocking concerns to a particular actor's specific positions during parts of the play. So apart from having the same 3 letters at the end of their word, blocking and staging are actually both important in theater, but they focus on different aspects of movement and positioning on stage. So staging focuses more on how the whole stage is used, including the props, the sets, and ensemble movements, whereas blocking focuses on where a certain actor stands, walks, sits, or moves during the duration of the play or during the duration of a scene. So while staging helps establish mood, scene composition, and visual storytelling, blocking, on the other hand, ensures that actors don't block each other, maintain focus, and create dynamic stage pictures by telling or by practicing where an actor or someone stands, walks, sits, or moves during a scene. So that is blocking. Last but not the least, we have direction. So from the word direction, this is the overall coordination and guidance to fulfill the play's unified vision. So this is basically the director's vision for the play, coordinating all elements to create a unified performance. So the director often has the full creative control over the development of the play from beginning to end, with the coordination and cooperation of the other artistic elements of staging. So basically, in a play, the director is like the captain of a ship or the conductor of an orchestra, who ensures that all parts of the production work together to bring the script to life. I think that sums up my short discussion on the intricacies of dramatic devices. Again, let me have a little review. We have two different elements which make up the intertextuality of a play. What are those? Yes, correct. We have technical elements and performance elements. Technical elements, these are the visual and physical aspects, including scenery, props, costumes and makeup, and lighting and sound. Next, we have performance elements. So these are the acting and movement of the performers on stage. This includes acting, cast, and say it with me, ensemble, staging, blocking, and direction. Hopefully, you have learned a little something from my short discussion on the intricacies of dramatic devices. Hopefully, these will help you understand how important these elements are in staging a play and ultimately guide you in times when you need to conduct or act out a certain play. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on my next rapportorial assignment. Bye!